y'all, it's Jennifer. Thank you for being here today. I've got some interesting cards whipped up for you guys. I'm so sorry I'm late. But the last few weeks I have been getting the videos out early, so oh my goodness. This reading definitely strikes home for me. It almost has like some Mercury retrograde vibes. We are in the season of Aquarius, so part of that is being able to see things clearly. Aquarius is represented by the Star card in tarot, but it's also represented by the Ace of Swords, which is divine knowledge, wisdom, the sword of truth and justice. Aquarius is the humanitarian. So we love people, but sometimes we have a hard time peopling. And that's kind of the subject matter for this week. In fact, the cards didn't even want to. Usually when I shuffle, they just jump out. And this time I had to actually pull them out. It's like they didn't. They're like, oh, that's the kind of week. We're going to have a good week. All right. This reading is more like the psychological aspects of what's going to happen this week. I am going to pull cards throughout this week in regards to like love and romance and some other things. But yeah, here we go. I'm gonna read off like my little notebook that I have about, I love these like old style book composition notebooks, and I've got all my notes written down for you. And hashtag no filter, hashtag I woke up this way, like whatever. I do have like my eye makeup tattooed on. I love it. It's the ultimate waterproof makeup. All right, here we go for the beginning of this week. That is today and tomorrow. Oh, let me just start out that ADHD is like cray-cray this week, okay? So if you're on ADHD medication, you may need to double up and send some my way. No, we're not doing anything illegal, but all jokes aside, yeah, it's gonna be an interesting week. All right, so I have the King of Wands in reverse for Monday and Tuesday, but then I also pulled a card to how to make the best of it, and I got 10 of Wands in reverse. Hey. All right, King of Wands in reverse. I'm going to turn him right side up just so that way you guys can take a look at him while I read to you, okay? A lot of stop-starts in your life are putting pressure on situations that don't need to be so stressful. Be wary of knee-jerk reactions, aggression, and burning the candle at both ends. You may have too many irons in the fire to see any real success. Some things may be more difficult than we initially thought. King of Wands represents fire, represents tenacity. The King of Wands is typically someone who leads from the front. When I see the King of Wands in reverse, I just feel like it's a leader who doesn't know how to lead. Like someone who is taking on a lot of that responsibility before they really understand what they've gotten into. And I mean, that's human nature. We all do that. Sometimes you just don't know until you stick your hands in and really start, you know, putting in the elbow grease and making things work. Sometimes that's just all part of life. King of Wands represents Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. So if you have any of those placements in your chart, or if you know somebody in your life, you know someone that has those placements in their chart, just kind of understand that, you know, those placements are definitely going through it this week. How to make how to make the best out of that situation for Monday, Tuesday. The 10 of Wands in reverse. This is when a labor of love just turns into a labor. This is being overworked. And in literal terms, I have seen this, people who have back problems as a result from being overworked. Try to get some rest. Don't take on any extra projects at this time, and write down any good ideas that you may have. Just write them down for later, okay? They will come in handy. You have a lot of great ideas, but right now is not the time to really be branching out. You can't help others if you're in a position where you can't help yourself, okay? You've spread yourself too thin with your responsibilities, and it's hard to get a single project off the ground when you're trying to help too many people and you yourself are drowning. All right, that is Monday, Tuesday. So this week, let's just call it a self-care week. We're going to take Valentine's Day and spread it throughout this whole week and just spend this week on taking care of ourselves. Yes, we are going to do some inner work because that is all Aquarius. That is the knowing, very upper chakra, but focusing on the lower chakras as well. I love smoky quartz. It helps me stay. Quartz is light enough and see-through enough that it still appeals with my very air nature. I'm an Aquarius, but it also, because it is darker, it helps me kind of connect to the root chakra and the earth and Mother Gaia and things like that. And oh my God, I'm so pale. But anyways, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay, we have the Page of Swords in reverse, and I'm going to turn it around so that way you can see the card. But this is the Page of Swords in reverse, and the first thing that popped into my head was hindsight is 2020. I hope you guys are doing a lot of journaling during this time period. Hindsight's 2020. Time to review those great ideas we had and see if we got ahead of ourselves. Reevaluate your plans. What's realistic? What are realistic steps do you need to take to make your dreams a reality? Do you have the capacity to take those steps now? Beware of flaky people and gossip. Talk is cheap. Expect delays in communication and travel. And how to make the best of it. One of my favorite cards, the Five of Cups in reverse. The Five of Cups in reverse. Five of Cups is the card to me. I always say you have to feel it to heal it. This is like the 5 stages of grief after we have experienced some sort of a loss or severe disappointment. When we see this card in reverse, it's the other side of that. After we have, you can't go around this. You have to feel it. You have to go through it to get to the other side. It sucks when our dreams and plans don't work out the way that we had hoped. And it's okay to feel frustrated and upset. Know that when you are ready to move on, there will be other things that can be as equally as fulfilling. You have other dreams, you have other goals, you have friendships, you have community, you have career, you have other things outside of this tragedy that bring you joy and hope. So there is light at the end of the tunnel with the Five of Cups in reverse. But it may not be where you have spent some of your recent time looking. If things are kind of starting to fall apart, it may be an opportunity to look and see what can be rebuilt, what's staying, what's going, and being excited for new things to come into our life, as opposed to beating ourselves up over the past. Okay, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we have the Four of Swords. So this is about rest and relaxation, perfect for Valentine's Day. Some of you guys might be having a little stay the night on Valentine's Day. I would also suggest, if you look at this card, they're like listening to music. I would suggest maybe taking some time to go and somewhere where there's music that you guys can kind of just chill. Regardless of if you go like on a fancy day or if it's just a picnic somewhere, just make sure that you're able to be comfortable and be around someone that you can have like some decent conversations with, because you're going to be in a very reflective mood. Spending time under the full moon. So part of the reason why we have all this chaos this week, let me back up, is Wednesday, Thursday, we have the full moon. So we can ask the moon for some clarity and emotional balance. Four of Swords, the moon in reverse, and the Chariot in reverse for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yikes! All right, let me read what I got for you guys. It's going to be a doozy, but we're going to get through it, okay? I promise you that. Not every week is going to be smooth sailing. We can't have adventure without, some adversity, It's not an adventure if you're not slaying pirates and hunting or slaying dragons and hunting pirate treasure. Like, that'd be pretty boring. Okay. Spend time in contemplation this week under the moon. Drink moon water, which is where you set water out under the moon. I do it for a minimum of an hour. And then you drink it and imagine yourself drinking the healing energy of the moon. It's very divine, feminine energy. Very few cultures have a masculine deity that represents the moon. Most cultures, it's feminine that represent the moon. Drink moon water, take a relaxing bath, spend some time by the ocean. Things that have to do with water, relaxation techniques that have to do with water are very, very important right now, or for this weekend. Getting your girlfriend a spa pedicure may be just the thing she needs. This weekend is about finding harmony with our inner and outer worlds. They're a little interesting that there is images of dualism in both of these cards. Very, very interesting. We have the dualism of the two pillars. We have obelisk, I think, which is Egyptian, and then also the sphinxes. Lots of dualism in both of these cards. Both of these cards have to do with seeing things from a higher perspective, but also like the watery depths of our soul. This weekend is about finding harmony with our inner and outer world. Our feelings have taken over our ability to think things through. Take some time to process the realities of your situation. Holding on to the past or past ways of being can cause us to make unwise decisions. Beware of rumination and letting your imagination run off with itself. Both delusion and rumination can be indications of stress and PTSD. So one is where we fantasize in order to not deal with things, and then ruminating is like living in the past and just constantly thinking about the past over and over and over again, both of which prohibit you from being able to move forward in a healthy way. So be aware that when we are stressed out physically, mentally, and emotionally, our processing center is not processing the way it should, and it needs to defrag. All right, how are we going to make the best of this situation? And I, in fact, am going to put this little tidbit of advice into effect throughout this week. All right, Knight of Swords in reverse. Coming in hot. All right, I'm going to hold them upright so you can see them. Chaos resulting from poor planning and too many conflicting goals. You have spread yourself too thin to be any use. All right, now here we go. This is me being nice. I do not want you to stress yourself out or beat yourself up. In 2025, we do not shame ourselves into being better people. Also, in 2025, we do not take people seriously who are all talk but no concrete action. All right, my guys, that is your reading. Not bad, but I feel like, you know, this is going to be a big week for contemplation. So I'm going to be back on throughout this week, here and there, to kind of just drop in and pull some cards. I feel like if any week has screamed Reiki session, I think this week is definitely the one. Come in and get a Reiki session so that way you can get back to being you. Reiki can help us process difficult emotions in a lot smoother capacity. Reiki can help us replenish ourselves when we are physically, mentally, and emotionally exhausted. Reiki is very beneficial if you've been having a hard time meditating and calming the mind. Reiki is absolutely like just what you need for that. All right, let's see. I'm gonna pull a last card here. It's affirmations card. I love this deck. They're so cute. I think I got these at like $5 and Below, but honestly, like, they're my favorite. Whenever I have tough readings like that, this is the deck that I go to help me kind of make some sense of things. And that's the back of the cards if you're interested in getting your own. Today I am receptive. Today I will let go of the past. I will live in the present, and I am looking forward to a bright future. And that, I want you to screenshot that picture, and that is your theme for the week. All right, you guys, I love you so, so much. Thank you all for being here. Please share this video on your social medias. Like, comment below, drop a smiley face emoji. Let's share away. I will be here all week. I will be at Baywitch on Wednesday. Friday, I'm taking appointments. I will be here in the office, but I will be taking appointments because of the holiday. And then Sunday is my birthday, and I'm supposed to be going to Tallahassee for like a belly dancing class. So we'll see. I don't know that I'm going to have any availability that day because Sunday is my birthday. All right, guys. I love you all. Have a blessed day.